I have been waiting hours to say this to you. Yes, you, my beloved one, the one who almost stopped believing, the one whose soul has been trembling beneath the weight of silence. I, the Lord, have waited not because I am bound by time, but because this precise moment was written in my own design before your first breath, before your first thought. And now everything shifts. Listen closely. This is not a passing message. This is a divine interruption. I am stepping into the room of your soul. I, the Lord, the keeper of what was lost, and the restorer of what was stolen, am here. I do not speak casually. I speak now because the hour has ripened. The ground beneath you has felt dry. The heavens above seemed closed, and yet you have endured. Not perfectly, not without questions, but faithfully, and that has moved my heart. My child, the ache in your spirit has not gone unnoticed. The long nights of wondering. Did I hear wrong? Did I miss you? Lord, I heard those whispers in your pillow. I saw the clenched fists under blankets, the tears that burned without sound. I saw the way you kept walking even while dragging your feet through the mud of disappointment. I saw everything, and I say to you now, you did not miss it. You were never forgotten. You are standing at the gate of fulfillment. Can you feel it? That trembling behind your ribs, that stirring in your chest that you tried to ignore, calling it imagination or wishful thinking. No, my beloved, that was me. That was my spirit drawing near. Every moment you felt something pressing on your heart, something invisible brushing against your thoughts. That was my voice gently preparing you for this word. Now hear me well. This is the hour I have chosen, the time I held back until your spirit was ready to carry the weight of what I am releasing. I am not giving you a small comfort or a casual blessing. I am unveiling destiny. I am breathing on promises that were planted long ago, not just by you, but by those who came before you. Generations have cried for what I am now placing in your hands. Do not look to your circumstances to measure my word. Do not measure this message by what you see in your bank account, your job, your surroundings, or even your emotions. Measure it by my character. And I am the God who never lies, never changes, never delays without purpose. You have asked, why did it take so long? Let me answer plainly. There were things in the spirit realm that had to be cleared. Paths obstructed by ancient resistance. Words spoken over your lineage that I had to dismantle. Roots of fear buried so deep they distorted your view of me. All of it had to be addressed. Not because you failed, but because I love you too much to let you walk into something unprepared. I was never absent. I was working in the unseen, and even now angels are moving. Scrolls are being opened. Things that were once locked up are now being loosed. There is a divine acceleration happening around you, even if your eyes cannot yet perceive it. But your spirit knows. Your spirit is responding. You are not imagining this, you are awakening. My child, this is a holy unveiling. You are not merely entering a new chapter, you are becoming a new vessel. A vessel shaped by fire, refined through trial, and now capable of carrying something far greater than you ever imagined. This is not a reward for performance. This is a release for perseverance. And I say again, you are ready. Let the weight of those words settle deeply. You are ready. Ready not because everything around you looks perfect, but because I have declared it so. Because your heart has been tested, your loyalty has remained even when bruised, and you have stayed when others walked away. You stayed when you didn't understand. You stayed when your name was forgotten. You stayed when your prayers returned in silence. And I took note. Now hear me again. Heaven has taken note. You are not insignificant in my sight. You are not background in someone else's story. You are my chosen one. You are a key to generational restoration. You are a living testimony that I raise up those who feel unseen, that I restore those who were once discarded, that I speak directly to those the world overlooks. And now I am placing something in your hands, a divine document, a heavenly scroll not written by man, not forged by effort, but sealed by my breath. This scroll carries your name. It contains assignments, inheritances, promises, alignments, all timed for this very moment. You were not meant to see it before now. But now the seal is breaking. Now the release is unfolding. Do not resist what feels unfamiliar. I will use unexpected people. I will speak through voices you never anticipated. Do not limit me to your past experiences of how I move, for I am doing a new thing. Can you perceive it? I told you I would make rivers in deserts. Now watch as they form. Watch as the places in your life that felt barren begin to blossom. Watch as I connect dots you never thought related. Watch as dreams you abandoned come back to life with clarity and power. This is not revival, this is resurrection. I am the one who calls dead things to rise. I am the one who turns waiting into witness. I am the one who turns shame into sacred strength. So now, my beloved one, stand up in your spirit. Lift your eyes, shake the dust from your soul. Silence the voices of guilt, comparison, fear, and regret. They no longer have a claim on you. You belong to me. And I say, step forward. This is not a suggestion. This is a command clothed in love. Step into what I wrote for you. Step into the identity I whispered over you when you were formed in secret. Step into the blessing meant not just for comfort, but for calling. You are mine. And what is mine? I do not leave in confusion. I am clarifying things, separating the false from the true, clearing out those who were not sent by me, breaking off soul ties that have drained your spirit. And I am doing it swiftly because delay is no longer allowed. You thought you were forgotten, but I was simply preparing the fullness of time. And now I say with fire and tenderness, the fullness of time is here. You have wondered why the silence, why the delay. I heard your heart ask it not once, but many times, not in anger, but in aching. You did not accuse me, but you wept quietly in your spirit, questioning where I had gone. You asked if perhaps I had turned away, or if you had done something to disqualify yourself. But I, the Lord, tell you now with unshakable truth, my silence was not absence, it was preparation. My beloved child, you were not being punished, you were being positioned. The delay you experienced was never wasted, it was never random. It was a divine pause, a holy stillness designed to shape your discernment, stretch your faith, and strip away the noise that clouded your ability to hear me clearly. You were not in exile. You were in training. You were not cast aside. You were being carved into a vessel that could carry the weight of glory I have destined for your life. You see, there are some gifts I give quickly because they are light. But there are others, the weighty ones, the sacred assignments, the generational mandates that must be entrusted only when your foundation is deep, when your identity is no longer shaped by applause or opinion. What I'm about to place in your hands is too holy to be mishandled, too precious to be rushed. So I waited. Not because you failed me, but because you were growing. And now the growing season ends. The time of quiet stretching concludes. And I, the Lord, am speaking again, not just to comfort you, but to confirm you. Let me remind you what I saw when others did not see anything at all. I saw the nights you lay in bed staring into the dark, wondering if your prayers were hitting a ceiling. I saw the moments you tried to celebrate others while your own heart was breaking. I saw you bite your tongue, humble yourself, turn the other cheek even when your flesh wanted to retaliate. I saw you choose integrity over image. I saw you forgive when no apology ever came. And when you sat in silence, not knowing what to pray anymore, I leaned closer. When your voice failed you, your tears spoke on your behalf. Every sigh became incense. Every groan in your spirit was recorded. And while you thought nothing was happening, I was writing, I was weaving, I was aligning. You were never out of my sight, but I needed you to walk through silence so that when I speak now, you will recognize my voice without doubt. I needed you to experience delay so that when I move suddenly, you will not question whether it's me. I needed your roots to go deep in secret, so when I exalt you in public, no storm can shake you. My child, do not resent the stillness. It was sacred. In the quiet, I pulled you close. In the hidden place, I stripped away false dependencies. I watched as your desires were purified. I saw the idols of your heart begin to crumble. I allowed what you thought you needed to fall apart, not to hurt you, but to free you. And though it broke you, it built something unshakable inside you, trust. You no longer follow me just for what I give. You follow me because you know who I am. You no longer serve me out of routine. You serve me because my presence became your only refuge when everything else fell away. I am pleased with that. I am pleased with you. Yes, you. My child, not perfect but faithful, not flawless but willing, not always bold but never quitting. That is the one I lift up. That is the one I crown with grace. That is the one I call mine. Now let me speak clearly. The delay is over. The long night of waiting ends. The answers that felt delayed are now arriving in waves. Do not be surprised when doors open without explanation. Do not resist when relationships shift and people move away. Do not mourn the things I prune. They are only distractions. I am making space for what matters. You will no longer feel like you are walking blind. Clarity will rise like morning light. Vision will return, not as it once was, but deeper, wider, sharper. I will begin to confirm your next steps in multiple ways through whispers in your spirit, confirmations in conversations, alignment in unexpected places. This will feel different because it is different. You are not stepping into a recycled season. You are entering something entirely new. A territory where old strategies will not work and familiar patterns must be left behind. The delay trained your ears to hear me. Now the season requires your obedience. I am not asking you to understand everything. I am asking you to trust me completely, even when the path looks unfamiliar, even when I ask you to let go of what once felt safe, even when your emotions lag behind your spirit, trust me. I have never led you wrong, and I do not begin a work I will not finish. The shaking you have felt recently, the disruption, the discontent, the restlessness, it was me. I have been unsettling everything that cannot remain. So what I build in you now will last. No more patching old wineskins, no more surviving. It is time to live fully in what I created you for. Yes, my child, this word is for you. Let the delay become your testimony. Let the silence become your strength. Let the waiting become your witness that I never forgot you. You are not arriving late, you are arriving on time. My time, the appointed time, the time that carries glory. And now, because you did not give up in the silence, I will reward you in the open. Because you trusted me in the dark, I will now set you in a place of light. And all who thought you were forgotten, including yourself, will see that I, the Lord, keep my word. My child, now that you have heard me speak about delay, now that you've seen the truth behind the waiting, I must reveal what was hidden even deeper. You have not only endured time, you have endured war. Yes, spiritual war. Not every obstacle you faced came from the visible realm. Not every tear you cried was because of human pain. There were forces, ancient, relentless, jealous, who sought to intercept what I had destined for you. They watched your growth with resentment. They studied your lineage. They saw the calling embedded in your bloodline and feared what would happen if you ever came into alignment with my purpose. So they conspired. They whispered lies into the ears of those closest to you. They stirred up betrayal in unexpected places. They positioned certain people in your life not to support you, but to drain you, to distract, delay, and discourage. You thought these connections were blessings, but I allowed you to see their true motives when the time was right. You asked, why did they turn on me? Because they were never for you. They were never sent by me. They were attracted to your light, yes, but they served another agenda. And I, the Lord, removed them not to harm you, but to protect you. Their presence, had it continued, would have derailed what I am about to birth through you. But it wasn't only people, my child. It went deeper. There were words, dark words spoken in secret behind closed doors, sometimes even in my name. Words wrapped in flattery on the outside, but poisoned with jealousy and pride. These words became agreements in the spirit realm. And though you did not speak them, they affected you. They clouded your perception. They planted seeds of confusion and delay. Some were spoken long ago, even before your birth. Spoken by ancestors who walked in fear or pride. Spoken by those who unknowingly aligned with the enemy's lies. They made declarations over your family that were not of me. We will never succeed. Nothing good comes from us. This curse is ours to carry. And those words echoed for generations until the one who heard my voice rose up and broke the silence. That's you. You, my chosen one, are the interruption to the enemy's plan. You are the holy disruption to generational bondage. You are the one who said, "It ends with me." And because you aligned your heart with mine, I have begun the great dismantling. Now hear me clearly. Every hidden agreement is being revoked. Every word that was not from me is being silenced. Every altar raised in secret against your name, I am tearing them down. Every demonic surveillance that kept watch over your progress, I have confused their tongues and scattered their plans. They no longer have access to your destiny. Do you understand the power of this moment? You have walked unknowingly under the weight of spiritual interference, the confusion, the resistance, the near breakthroughs that fell apart, the sudden opposition after moments of peace. All of it was evidence of the enemy's attempt to delay what he could never destroy. Because he could never destroy you. You are mine, and I do not abandon what I own. Even in your darkest moments when you felt most fragile, I surrounded you. I stationed angels around you. I shielded your spirit from attacks you didn't even know were happening. And I whispered my truth to you in dreams and nudges and sacred moments when the noise faded long enough for my voice to break through. This battle was never about just you. It was about your impact, about the ripple effect your obedience would create, about the lives connected to your voice, your testimony, your calling. The enemy didn't want to stop your blessings. He wanted to stop your influence. He feared that if you ever realized who you really are in me, you would unlock freedom for others. And he was right. Because now you see, now you know, now you believe not just that I love you, but that I've called you. And that changes everything. Let me expose more. Some of your delays were manufactured by familiar spirits. Spirits that linger in families and bloodlines, attaching themselves to patterns, fear, addiction, poverty, rejection, shame. These spirits created cycles, same wounds, different faces. They tricked generations into repeating pain. But again I say, it ends with you. You have chosen truth. You have chosen light. And I, the Lord, am breaking every pattern that does not reflect my image in you. I am cutting off the inherited weight that was never yours to carry. No longer will you carry rejection that started before you were born. No longer will shame linger from mistakes already forgiven. No longer will you carry unworthiness spoken over you by wounded people. I am rewriting the narrative. I call you healed. I call you whole. I call you chosen. I call you mine. Every demonic chain that once held you is now shattered. Every name that was spoken to shame you is now reversed. You are no longer forgotten. You are now marked by my presence, my fire, my authority. I am placing a new mantle upon you, not one of striving, but of peace, not one of hiding, but of boldness. You no longer need to defend your worth. I have spoken on your behalf. And when I declare, This one is mine. All of heaven backs my words. My child, this is not just healing, it is liberation. Walk in it. Do not revisit the graves I have already emptied. Do not dialogue with shame. Do not give space to fear. Do not bow to guilt. You owe nothing to the voices that tried to destroy you. What I have broken, let no one attempt to rebuild. I am severing every soul tie to false identity. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are not too much. You are exactly what I created for this hour, and you are stepping into the authority I planted in you before your first breath. So rise, shake off the dust, put on the robe I've laid before you. Step into rooms you thought were closed. Speak with confidence, knowing the voice of the Lord backs every word I put in your mouth. The spiritual war waged against your identity is now publicly reversed. They will see. Those who doubted will see. Those who mocked will see. Those who whispered in secret will watch in silence as I elevate the one they dismissed. But this elevation is not vengeance, it is vindication. I do not raise you to crush others. I raise you so that truth will be seen, so that others stuck in the same cycles will look at you and say, if God did it for them, He can do it for me. You will be the living proof that freedom is possible. So do not shrink back. Do not soften the fire I placed in you. Walk boldly, speak wisely, and love deeply even those who once wounded you. For that is how my light shines brightest. You are not just free, you are dangerous to darkness. The war that once targeted your life has now become the platform for my glory. And this is only the beginning. My child, now that the war has been exposed and the chains have been broken, it is time for something sacred, something long guarded, something only a few throughout the ages have been entrusted with. I, the Lord, now speak to you of divine transfer. There is a weight in my spirit that I am placing upon you, not as a burden to crush you, but as a mantle to empower you. This is not a crown of man's making, nor a title given by institutions. This is heaven's assignment wrapped in my fire, sealed with my name. You have passed the hidden tests. You have walked through the refining fire and did not curse me. You have let go of comfort when I asked you to grow. You have laid down idols you once clung to for stability. You have chosen me over platforms, over praise, over certainty. And because of that, you are ready. Now hear me. What I am placing in your spirit is not for decoration. It is for impact. I am not adorning you with heavenly gifts for the sake of beauty, but for battle, for building, for restoring ruins long forgotten. You are not just a survivor of warfare, you are the carrier of restoration. I am handing you scrolls written long ago, scrolls that carry divine instructions, assignments that were delayed for generations, waiting for someone pure in heart, fierce in spirit, and yielded in will. You are that one, the one who did not just want blessing for self, but alignment for purpose. You asked me, use me for more than myself, and now I am answering that request. This anointing will feel weighty. It must. Because I do not give empty callings. I do not waste mantles on selfish ambition. What I give you now is not for display. It is for divine disruption. You will walk into environments and atmospheres will shift. You will speak and what was dormant will awaken. You will pray and what was locked will unlock. You will worship and darkness will flee. You will prophesy and dead dreams will rise. Not because of eloquence, not because of charisma, but because of my authority resting on you. This mantle comes with visibility, yes, but not fame for fame's sake. The visibility is strategic. It is so those watching from a distance will be drawn not to you, but to me through you. The influence I give is to heal what religion broke, to gather what fear scattered, to rebuild what pride tore down. You asked for purpose. I give you assignment. You asked for peace. I give you power. You asked for a way out. I give you a way forward, one that others will follow. You will not walk this road alone. My spirit is your constant companion. I am placing people around you, not those who flatter, but those who sharpen. Not those who tolerate you, but those who carry heaven's DNA. You will recognize them by spirit, not status. Some may be hidden, overlooked, unknown, but they carry fire. Honor them. Partner with them. For what I am building is bigger than you. This transfer includes territory. Yes, I am giving you spiritual land. I am enlarging your tent, stretching your reach, extending your roots into places that were once hostile. Where others were rejected, you will be received. Where doors were shut for years, I will open them with a single breath. And you will know it was me, not networking, not effort, not control, but divine orchestration. But listen closely now, with this mantle comes responsibility. Do not grow casual with holy things. Do not let familiarity breed pride. Guard your heart, for influence is fertile ground, both for my fruit and for the weeds of ego. Stay low before me. Let worship anchor you when success comes. Let humility be your fortress when applause arrives. I trust you with this because you chose me in secret, when no one was watching, when no one celebrated you, when you served without a spotlight, when you stayed faithful with little, when you gave and received nothing in return, when you poured out and were left empty. I saw it, I remembered, I recorded it all, and now I answer with honor, but not man's honor, mine, a different kind of glory. A weight that doesn't puff, but purifies. A position that doesn't elevate ego, but expands impact. You will feel me differently now. A sharper awareness, a deeper knowing, a holy boldness. You will dream clearer. You will discern quicker. You will pray longer, not because of duty, but because of desire. My spirit will whisper things into your inner ear before they happen. You will see ahead. You will feel beyond what is spoken. It is the fruit of proximity. You are not being upgraded. You are being entrusted. Like David with his sling, like Esther in the palace, like Elijah wrapping his cloak around Elisha, like Mary carrying the Word made flesh. You are stepping into a moment that history has waited for. Don't diminish this. Don't explain it away. Don't fear it. Don't shrink. The torch is being placed in your hand. The scroll is being unrolled. The fire is being lit anew. I, the Lord, have chosen you not by default, but by design. Not because you demanded it, but because you were prepared to carry it. Let the transfer be complete now. Lift your hands in your spirit. Say yes. Receive this. Step forward. For what I give today is not temporary. It is not shallow. It is eternal, and its weight will shake what needs shaking, build what needs building, and awaken those who were asleep. This, my child, is the moment where heaven hands you the key. Open what I say to open. Close what I say to close. Walk where I say to walk. You are my chosen vessel. You are my carrier of fire. You are my witness. You are my voice in the earth. And what I have given you today, no one can take away. Now that you have received what I placed upon you, now that the mantle rests upon your shoulders and the scroll has been opened, there is one thing I must speak to you with urgency. My child, do not wander off the path I show you. There will be many voices now, many hands reaching, many opinions offered. Some will sound wise, some will appear kind, but not every voice comes from my spirit. Not every hand is reaching to help, and not every path leads to me. I, the Lord, have carved out a very specific way for you. It is narrow, yes, but it is filled with light. It is challenging, yes, but it is marked by peace. It may look unlike what others are doing. It may seem invisible to those who want to see flashy results. But this path, your path, is the only way that leads to the fulfillment of what I've just given you. Do not take shortcuts. Do not run ahead. Do not veer left when fear whispers, and do not swing right when comfort calls. You must learn to walk with me step by step now, not just in belief, but in sensitivity. I am not asking for performance. I am asking for proximity. Walk close. I am not distant. I am not a far-off whisper. I am here. I am within. I am guiding you not just with signs, but with my own spirit. I will stir your inner being. I will cause your peace to lift when you take a wrong step. I will awaken your heart in the night if you begin to drift. I will correct you not to condemn, but to realign. You see, the more you carry, the more you must stay aligned. The greater the fire, the stronger the need for structure. The more visible you become, the more hidden your roots must go. You are not called to impress, you are called to obey. I will give you instructions in the quiet, and some of what I tell you will not make sense to others. Some assignments will feel too small. Some pauses will feel frustrating. Some yeses will feel costly. Some no's will feel confusing. But follow anyway. Because I see what you do not. I am guarding what you cannot. I am orchestrating what you have no power to control. And if you trust me, even when I lead you down unfamiliar ways, you will see miracles in places others overlook. Now listen closely. I will test your discernment, not with evil things, but with good distractions, with opportunities that look like answers, with platforms that mimic purpose, with people who say all the right things but are not sent by me. You must not be driven by desperation. You must be anchored in discernment. Remember, not every door I open is flashy. Some come quietly. Some appear ordinary. Some feel unimpressive to the natural mind, but inside they carry destiny. So don't chase noise. Don't crave speed. Crave me. I will lead you with precision. My child, you must also remember this. You are not building a brand. You are stewarding a holy calling. You are not here to be famous. You are here to be faithful. You are not here to be liked. You are here to leave legacy. You are not here to fit in. You are here to stand out in the spirit, to be a burning one. Let others chase spotlight. You chase my presence. Let others build platforms. You build altars. Let others chase influence. You pursue intimacy. This is how you will thrive. This is how your assignment will carry weight, not by force, not by manipulation, not by appealing to people's desires, but by flowing in purity. My glory does not ride on strategy, it rests on surrender, and I will bless what you surrender. I will increase what you offer freely. I will breathe on what you release to me without agenda. If you will remain soft, pliable, dependent, I will make you powerful without becoming prideful. That is my way. There is one more thing I must tell you, and it is urgent. Not everyone can come with you from this point on. Some were only assigned to your preparation season. Some were only part of your past. And now, as I lead you forward, they may not understand. They may criticize. They may try to hold you back out of fear or jealousy or simple confusion. But do not be surprised when relationships shift. Do not mourn what I prune. I will never subtract without purpose. When I remove, I replace. When I close, I redirect. And when I take someone out of your life, it is not to punish either of you. It is to protect the integrity of your calling. Honor who I remove. Bless who I distance. Let them go without bitterness. For holding on to what I have released will only slow you down. This is a season of focus. What you build now must have a solid foundation. The next steps require greater clarity. The walls must be strong enough to hold what I'm about to pour. The vision must be refined. Your yes must be full, not halfway, not distracted, not mixed with old fears. I am not asking for perfection. I am asking for your yes. Not just a verbal yes, but a yes in your habits, a yes in your boundaries, a yes in your choices, a yes in your relationships, a yes in your time, a yes in your private life. Let me shape your steps. Let me choose your pace. Let me walk you into the fullness of this assignment without rushing ahead or lagging behind. You do not need to strive to prove yourself. You are already approved by me. Now go, begin, build, declare, pray, write, create, speak, move. Whatever I have told you in the quiet, do it now with boldness and peace. And when fear tries to creep in, remember this one truth: I, the Lord, am walking this path with you. You are not alone. You are not guessing. You are not unsure. I go before you. I stand beside you. I cover behind you. I dwell within you. And because of that, you will not fall. You are my child, my instrument, my vessel, my voice. Now walk the way I have made and do not look back, my child. The path is before you now. You've heard my call. You've received the mantle. You've been warned about distractions. But there is something deeper I desire for you beyond strategy and obedience. I want you to awaken fully to my presence. You were not made to walk in duty alone. You were made to commune with me moment by moment, breath by breath, in the quiet and in the crowd. My spirit is not a force you call down. My spirit is a person who dwells within you, waiting to be known more intimately, more sensitively, more powerfully. Let me awaken your spirit now. You have known me in part, but there is more, so much more. There are dimensions of my presence you have never touched. There are layers of my love you have never explored. There are frequencies in the spirit you have never heard because they require stillness and hunger, not noise and striving. This is why I have been quiet at times, to stir your hunger, to deepen your longing, to unhook you from surface-level living. You were never created to just perform for me. You were created to walk with me. I didn't breathe life into you so you would merely serve with excellence. I did it so you would burn with awareness. My child, I am inviting you into a heightened sensitivity now, to feel when I stir, to hear when I whisper, to know when I shift, because what's coming next will not be visible to natural eyes. What I do in this season will be first discerned in the spirit, and only those who are awake will respond properly. So let me awaken you. Awaken your heart from numbness. Awaken your ears from the buzz of culture. Awaken your eyes from the fog of familiarity. Shake off the residue of old routines. Cast off the dust of religious thinking. Lay aside the armor you wore out of fear. I'm calling you deeper now. Deeper than just correct theology. Deeper than helpful habits. Deeper than inspirational words. I want you to encounter me, not once, not occasionally, but continually. I want you to wake up with my voice on your mind. I want you to walk into rooms aware that heaven walks with you. I want you to pray not out of obligation, but because you ache for me. I want you to worship not because the music swells, but because your heart erupts. My child, I'm not far from you. I'm here closer than your breath. But I will not force myself into a distracted soul. I require your attention. This is the hour where those who hear me clearly will not be those with influence, but those with intimacy. So quiet your soul. Turn your focus. Make room, because I am coming in a new way. You've known me as comforter. Now you will know me as fire. You've known me as shepherd. Now you will know me as glory. You've known me as Father. Now you will know me as rushing wind. There will be moments when your heart begins to burn, and you won't know why. Pause and listen. There will be nights when I wake you at unusual hours. Get up and seek me. There will be interruptions you didn't expect. They are not accidents. They are invitations. Don't say I'll pray later. Don't say I'll journal when I have time. Don't say I'm too tired, too busy, too distracted. If you miss me now, you may miss the door I'm opening. If you ignore the stirring, you may delay the very answer you've cried for. If you brush aside the whisper, you may lose the key that unlocks the next level of authority. This is not fear. This is urgency, because the time is short, and what I want to reveal to you is holy. You have cried, God, I want to see you. And now I reply, then come where I am. Come above the noise. Come away from the performance. Come through the veil. I will not hide myself from the hungry. I will show you visions you've never seen. I will reveal secrets that have been kept hidden until now. I will pour oil on your dreams and awaken things that have been sleeping in your soul. But I require your full yes, not just for the calling, but for communion. Not just for the mission, but for my presence. Let me remind you, I am not a task to complete. I am a river to immerse in. I am not a theology to master. I am a fire to host. I am not a job to perform. I am a person to love. I want to fill your car, your home, your mornings, your meetings, your dreams, your heart with me, with my nearness, my peace, my direction, my warnings, my joy, my delight, my healing. Yes, my child, I want to delight in you. I want you to feel delighted in. You've served, you've pressed, you've obeyed. Now just be with me. Let me teach you to rest in my love. Let me heal the parts of you that still strive for approval. Let me minister to your heart, not just your assignment. You are not my project. You are my beloved. And I miss you when you rush. I miss you when you reduce me to instructions. I miss you when you use prayer as performance instead of presence. So slow down. Let your inner being tune to my frequency. I am singing over you right now. Do you hear it? It's the sound of heaven calling you deeper. It's the voice that raised Lazarus now calling you. It's the wind Elijah heard on the mountain now whispering. Come close. Come often. Come alive. Let the revival start here, not in the stage, not in the church building, not in the crowd. In you my temple, you my dwelling, you my altar of fire. Awaken, align, receive. For I, the Lord, am walking among my people again, and I choose to start with you. My beloved, now that you are awake, truly awake in spirit, now that you feel me moving, not just around you, but within you, I must tell you something that will shake the ground beneath your history. The doors have opened. Yes, the ones that were shut for years. The ones you tried to knock on with tears. The ones you stood in front of praying, fasting, believing, but nothing moved. The ones that made you question, was I ever meant to walk through? I, the Lord, speak now with authority. They are open, and not slightly, not temporarily, not symbolically. They are fully, legally, heavenly open. What was sealed is now accessible. What was hidden is now visible. What was delayed is now released. I have commanded the locks to break. I have spoken to the gates to lift. I have sent angels to stand guard, not to keep you out, but to escort you in. These doors were not denied because you weren't ready. They were withheld because the appointed time had not yet come. But that time is now. This is not the kind of opening that comes with natural noise. It is not the explosion of fireworks or the loud parade of men. It is a spiritual unsealing, a divine shift, a heavenly permission. You have been given access. Access to places your family could never enter. Access to wisdom you once felt too unworthy to receive. Access to rooms that once said, not you. Access to clarity that once eluded your prayers. You will walk into places where the atmosphere already recognizes you because heaven went before you. You will speak and people will listen, not because of influence, but because my weight rests on your words. You will touch things that used to reject you, and they will respond with honor. Why? Because I have spoken your name in places your feet haven't yet touched. I have written your assignment in the scrolls of time. I have cleared the way not by logic but by covenant. But child, let me make this clear. The open door is not just an opportunity, it is a responsibility. You must not treat it lightly. You must not bring old thinking into new territory. You must not drag the garments of past rejection into rooms built for royal favor. You are not entering as a beggar. You are not stepping in as one barely accepted. You are walking through as a child of the King with full authority. That means walk with confidence, not arrogance. Walk with reverence, not self-doubt. Walk with clarity, not confusion. I will show you which doors are yours. Not every open path is for your feet. Some are tests, some are decoys, some are for others, and honoring that distinction is part of the wisdom I now place in your spirit. But when the one I designed for you swings wide, you will know. You will feel it in your bones. You will feel peace flood like a river. You will hear my voice say, "This is it. Step in now." And when you do, the favor I've stored up will rush in like a flood. The resources you lacked will begin to gather. The help you cried for will appear without striving. The connections that used to overlook you will now seek you out, not for your gain, but because you carry something they need. For I have made you a gate as well. Not only are you walking through a door, you are becoming one. Others will find passage through your testimony. Others will enter freedom because you opened your mouth. Others will awaken because you chose to believe. You will not just receive the breakthrough, you will release it. Let me tell you what kind of doors are now opening. Doors to reconciliation, where relationships long broken will be healed in one moment of my presence. Doors to recompense, where what was stolen will not just be returned but multiplied. Doors to influence, where you will be heard in spaces that once mocked your voice. Doors to innovation, where ideas that felt out of reach will suddenly become solutions the world needs. Doors to inheritance, not just spiritual but tangible. Property, land, vision, generational wealth that restores what was lost in your bloodline. And yes, doors to rest because you've labored long enough in sorrow. I will now teach you to build from peace, not pressure, but this also means, child, you must leave behind the rooms that no longer carry my presence. Do not stay in what I've left behind. Do not remain in systems I've exited. Do not keep honoring people who only tolerate your fire. I am calling you forward. And I'm not just calling you to better. I'm calling you to different. I'm calling you to divine alignment, to live in sync with heaven, to move by my breath, to rest when I say rest, to go when I say go. Let the door be a signal not of your achievement but of my fulfillment. This was never about proving yourself. This was always about trusting me. And because you did, even when it made no sense, even when others said you were foolish, even when delay made you question your worth, you held on. And now I reward what was hidden. I reveal what was concealed. I restore what was impossible. Do not fear what's ahead. I have already walked the land. I have already prepared the table. I have already set angels in place. I have already declared this is the one I have chosen. So lift your head. The season of locked doors is over. The season of begging is over. The season of watching others pass you by is over. Now it is your time, not because of pride, but because of prophecy. I fulfill my word. I keep my covenant. I open what no man can shut. And this door, this holy, divine, unexpected, irreversible door is for you. Walk through it. My child, now that the doors have opened and the Spirit has awakened your eyes, I must reveal to you a truth long hidden beneath the surface, one that affects not only your future, but also your family line. You are not just receiving for yourself. You are standing on behalf of generations. You are carrying the weight of both what was lost and what must now be restored. Let me speak clearly to you now. There have been patterns of pain in your family that did not begin with you. Cycles of loss, moments of sudden sabotage, dreams aborted at the brink of fulfillment, hope ignited only to be snuffed out before it could take root. Visions passed down in whispers never fulfilled because something unseen always stood in the way. You thought this was personal, but child, this was ancestral. This was generational. And I, the Lord, am addressing it through you. There were covenants made before you were born, not with me, but with fear, with lack, with silence, with idols that promised safety but delivered captivity. There were pacts of power forged in secrecy, agreements your ancestors did not fully understand, but the spirit realm did. And those words, those actions, those alignments created openings, spiritual doors through which injustice entered. But today I declare enough. The time of generational delay ends with you. The time of broken promises ends with you. The time of inherited shame, internalized limitation, and emotional scarcity ends with you. Because you said yes to me. Because you allowed me to purify your heart. Because you chose truth even when it was painful. Because you wept over your bloodline. Because you said, let it be different with me. Lord, I have answered. You are my lineage restorer. You are my breaker of curses. You are my bridge to redemption. And this is not symbolic. This is legal in the spirit. I have written your name into a new covenant, not of fear, but of freedom. Not of limitation, but of legacy. Not of striving, but of sonship. You are no longer bound by the ceiling your parents hit. You are no longer tied to the trauma your grandparents endured. You are no longer repeating the silence, the secrets, the shame that lingered in previous generations. You are not here to be an echo. You are here to be a reversal. Hear me. Where there was abandonment, I now pour belonging. Where there was addiction, I now pour anointing. Where there was control, I now pour communion. Where there was poverty, I now pour provision. Where there was confusion, I now pour clarity. This is not because your family was cursed by my hand, no. This is because the enemy capitalized on brokenness, trauma, injustice, and pain. He tried to convince your family that I was distant. He twisted their view of me, convinced them to protect themselves by trusting systems instead of my spirit. But I never turned away. I always had a plan, and that plan was you. You are not an accident. You are not the different one by mistake. You are not the strange one for no reason. You are the appointed one, the one set apart. The one I planted in your family to bring divine disruption. The one I filled with fire so strong it would expose what others tried to bury. The one I protected even when you didn't understand why the warfare was so intense. That pressure was not proof of failure. It was proof of purpose. Because the enemy saw what I wrote over you. He saw the pages of destiny I tucked inside your bloodline. He knew that if you ever said yes to me fully, unapologetically, eternally, his grip on your family would break. And now it has. My child, your obedience has activated justice, not just for you, but for those who came before you and those yet to come. I will begin to heal your parents through your surrender. I will begin to bless your children because of your posture. I will begin to rewrite the narrative in your family through your tears. Your story will become the template for redemption. You will not need to explain this to everyone. Many won't understand, but you'll see the fruit. You'll see sudden peace in relatives who've always lived in anxiety. You'll hear apologies you never thought would come. You'll witness conversations unfold that were once impossible. And even if they don't respond outwardly, you will know in the spirit the chain has been broken. The grip has been shattered. You'll see it in your children, in their confidence, in their clarity, in the absence of torment you grew up with, in the freedom to dream, to ask, to love without fear. Because I did not just save you from something, I saved through you a generation, and I am not finished. The blessings that were stopped will now flow. The inheritance that was blocked will now be unlocked. The promises that died on the vine will now blossom in your hands. I am calling back everything that was stolen, not in pieces, but in fullness, with interest, with overflow, with divine acceleration. This is not a delayed miracle. This is a bloodline revival, and I have chosen you to carry it. So walk in it boldly. Don't apologize for the blessing. Don't hide the overflow. Don't shrink when favor finds you. Wear the robe I gave you. Take the keys I've placed in your hand, and declare with confidence, this ends with me. This begins with me. I will honor your declaration. I will fill your house with my presence. I will make your table a place of healing. I will turn your story into a testimony. I will turn your pain into oil. I will turn your groaning into glory. This is not just restoration. This is recompense. This is not just mercy. This is mandate. So now, my child, look at your hands, look at your history, look at your heart, and know I have made you new. You are not a continuation of failure. You are the first fruits of fulfillment. Let the line begin again with righteousness, with faith, with joy, with unshakable hope. This is your inheritance. This is your portion. This is your destiny, and it is sealed by me. My child, now that the old has been broken and the lineage has been made clean, I must now place in your spirit the understanding of what is truly being given. You have cried out for provision, for help, for answers. You have looked for resources, for doors to open, for financial peace, for opportunities. And I, the Lord, have seen it all. But what I am giving you now, what I have preserved through delay, protected through warfare, and unveiled through fire, is not merely a blessing to consume. It is a sacred trust. You have asked for gifts, but I am giving you a mantle of eternal value. What I place into your hands is not simply for comfort or even survival. It is not to help you feel secure in temporary things. It is eternal in nature, generational in weight, and holy in function. This is not a prize for effort. This is a commission into purpose. I am entrusting you with something divine, something connected to heaven's greater storyline. You are not simply being rewarded. You are being activated. You are not just receiving fulfillment. You are being positioned for responsibility, not obligation but purpose, not heaviness but holiness. I did not call you out of delay so you could rest in ease. I called you forth so you could carry the reality of my kingdom. The authority I'm placing on you is not decorative. It is functional. It is strategic. It is territorial. You are now stepping into the role of a builder, a voice, a healer, a bridge, a sent one. Others may not understand why the weight has increased even in the midst of blessing, but you will know it is because you are not just called to live healed, you are called to bring healing. You are not just called to be free, you are called to deliver others. You are not just called to receive revelation, you are called to release it. You are not just called to celebrate breakthrough, you are called to sustain it for others. So my child, do not measure what I give you only by its outward appearance. The gift may not look grand, it may not come wrapped in applause, it may not resemble what others expect, but inside it contains assignments, anointing keys, strategies, and heaven's trust. I am giving you a voice that breaks lies in others without needing to shout, a presence that carries peace into rooms without saying a word, a discernment that can smell falsehood even when it's dressed in kindness, a fire that cannot be quenched by public opinion, a wisdom that doesn't come from books, but from walking in step with me. And I am giving you a commissioning scroll, one that existed before you were born, one that bears your name, one that angels recognize, one that darkness fears. This scroll is your assignment in this time, not borrowed from someone else, not copied from another story, but uniquely shaped for your voice, your heart, your tears, your strength. And I tell you this with joy. You were made for this. You were created for this very point in time. This generation needs what I've hidden in you. You don't have to pretend. You don't have to market yourself. You don't have to force doors open. You only have to say yes. And keep saying yes when it's quiet, when it's costly, when it's lonely, when it's glorious. Because every time you say yes, heaven moves. Every time you say yes, hell trembles. Every time you say yes, you expand the space for others to say yes too. This gift, this holy trust, is a mantle to awaken others. to bless those around you, to carry restoration into bloodlines and cities, to walk in my authority, not to dominate, but to deliver, not to control, but to set free. You will touch hearts I've marked. You will speak to souls I've prepared. You will walk into places that look ordinary, but they have been waiting for you. Because what you carry is not common. It is the breath of heaven woven into human form, and you will not burn out because I will sustain you. Do not be afraid of the weight. Do not doubt your capacity. Do not let comparison rob you of clarity. You are not too small for this. You are not underprepared. You are not disqualified by your past. You are not late. You are exactly on time, holding exactly what is needed, walking with the exact measure of oil I've given you for this hour. Let them say it's too much. Let them say you're too intense. Let them say they don't understand. I do. I understand. I see. And I affirm it all. My child, do not diminish the gift. Do not fear the power. Do not water down the fire. You do not need to explain to everyone what I've placed in you. Just carry it. Let it speak. Let it shine. Let it disturb what needs to be shaken. Let it comfort what needs to be healed. For I, the Lord, have given this not for performance, but for impact. Not to elevate your name, but to magnify mine. Not for applause, but for alignment. You carry what others have prayed for. You are walking in the answer to cries that came before you. You are the proof that I redeem, I restore, I send, and I complete. So take the gift now. Take the scroll. Take the mantle. Take the fire, and walk in it. This is not the end of waiting. This is the beginning of your witness. This is not the reward. This is the reason you were born. Walk worthy. Walk lightly, walk faithfully, walk knowing I walk with you. My beloved, now that you walk in new authority, now that you have stepped into the calling sealed with my presence, I must now speak to you, not just as the one who called you, but as the one who covenants with you. You are not stepping into this season alone. You are not wandering aimlessly into unknown territory. You are stepping into a covenant path, one forged not by your efforts, but by my promise. This is not a temporary agreement. This is not a fragile pact. This is a sacred bond sealed by my blood, spoken from my throne, upheld by my faithfulness. I, the Lord, now establish with you a new covenant, not based on performance, but on belonging, not centered on your strength, but anchored in my grace, not dependent on what you bring, but on what I already completed. But child, hear me clearly. Covenant is not casual. Covenant is not convenient. Covenant is consecrated. This bond means your life is no longer your own. It belongs to me, not out of control, but out of mutual devotion. You are mine, and I am yours. And because I have brought you into covenant, I will keep you, sustain you, correct you, and carry you through fire, through wilderness, through glory, through silence. This covenant contains my presence. You will never walk alone again. My voice. I will lead you with clarity when others walk in confusion. My protection. I will shield what matters most even when battles rage. My provision. I will fund the vision I've given you. My correction. I will realign you swiftly because I love you too deeply to let you drift. My joy. Even in trial, your soul will laugh again. My purpose. Your life will not be wasted even in your weakest hours. But this covenant also requires your awareness, your guarding, your intentionality. Do not treat this as ordinary. Do not return to patterns that drained your spirit. Do not reconnect with agreements built on fear, shame, or self-effort. You are no longer bound to surviving. You are bound to thriving in surrender. This covenant is not about control, it is about communion. Let me be clear with you. I will now ask things of you that may feel inconvenient to the flesh. I will interrupt plans. I will rewire timelines. I will call you into early mornings, into secret places, into delayed gratification. Not because I delight in withholding, but because I delight in preparing you for fullness. This covenant will shape your choices. You will feel it when you speak words that don't align with truth. You will sense it when you attempt to tolerate dishonor. You will feel tension when you step into spaces where my glory is not welcome. This is not punishment, this is alignment, because what I am building with you cannot be built on mixed foundations. So I say again, guard the oil, guard the revelation, guard your posture, not out of fear but out of reverence. Many will admire your fire, but not all will understand your boundaries. Many will crave your anointing, but few will accept your discipline. That is why I am calling you to walk with me not just publicly but privately. Let your greatest fire burn where no one can see. Let your greatest obedience happen in secret. Let your greatest devotion be reserved for me alone. This covenant also demands separation, not isolation but holiness. There will be moments where I say, not that person, not this place, not that opportunity. Obey quickly. The delay in obedience weakens your discernment. Partial surrender leads to prolonged dryness, but quick obedience opens new rivers, sudden clarity, swift acceleration, unexpected encounters. Do not grieve what I prune. Do not idolize what I ask you to lay down. Do not romanticize old seasons. I am not in nostalgia. I am in newness. This covenant requires that you see correction as kindness, that you welcome conviction instead of resisting it, that you choose exposure in my presence over applause in the crowd. You are not just in relationship with me, you are in partnership with heaven, and heaven does not take covenant lightly. I will back your voice with authority, but I will require purity. I will send provision through strangers, but I will require integrity when no one is watching. I will give you visibility, but I will ask you to choose stillness over striving. You are not called to be relevant. You are called to be radiant with truth. So be careful with compromise. It will come dressed in opportunity. It will sound like wisdom. It will feel comfortable, but compromise always costs more than it promises. It dulls the spirit. It confuses your yes. It delays the clarity I want to give you freely. So guard the covenant. Write it on your doorposts. Teach it to your children. Carry it into every meeting. Let it shape your goals, your relationships, your schedule. Let your yes be rooted in me. Let your no be bold without apology. My child, let me remind you. This covenant will not expire. It was not formed by trend. It was not activated by performance. It was written in eternal ink before the world began. And when you falter, because you will. When you forget, because you're human. When you stumble, because you're still being formed, I will remain faithful. I will not cast you away. I will not revoke what I gave. I will not erase my voice. I will not leave you stranded in shame, but I will correct you with love. I will draw you back with mercy. I will speak again with fire, and I will restore the joy of our bond. So today I ask you, renew your yes. Return to the secret place, rebuild the altar, restructure your heart around my priority. This is not about what you build for me. This is about how much you let me build in you. Let this be the vow you carry. I am yours, entirely, eternally, willingly, gladly, and I will respond, you are mine, fully, forever, faithfully, joyfully. This covenant is not one-sided. I don't just call you higher, I carry you deeper. I don't just set the fire, I fan it with my breath. So come again, come without shame. Come with simplicity, come with full surrender. And know I, the Lord, will never break covenant with you. My child, now that you have entered covenant, I invite you into the holy conversation of healing. Let this be a moment where you do not just receive my words, but speak your heart to me. Open your mouth not to perform, but to pour. Open your spirit not to impress, but to surrender. This is not a ritual, this is restoration. Come now, let us pray together. Let your voice join with mine. Let heaven listen and the earth shift. Say this with me, Lord. I come to you not as the strong, but as the surrendered, not as the one who knows all things, but as the one who has been broken by many. I bring you what I cannot fix. I bring you what I no longer want to carry. I give you my weariness, the deep kind, the soul-heavy kind. I give you my waiting, the long stretches of silence that I tried to explain away. I give you the moments I said I was fine, but inwardly I was unraveling. I give you the disappointments I stopped praying about, the dreams I buried under realistic thinking, the friendships I lost without closure, the seasons I thought would kill me, but somehow you brought me through. I give you the words that still sting years later, the names I was called, the moments I was overlooked, the silent wounds that no one clapped for, but you witnessed every one. My child, pause. Let these words settle. Feel them rise from your memory, not to torment you, but to be released. Now continue, God. I also give you the things I said to myself, the inner agreements I made when I was hurting, the statements like, I'll never trust again, I'm too much, I'm not enough, I'll always be the outsider, I'm better off alone. Lord, break those vows, uproot them now, shatter every internal contract built on trauma. I revoke them by the authority of your name. I renounce every identity that was not formed by your hands, and I embrace what you say about me. Yes, my child, I hear your voice. I receive your surrender like incense. Let's continue, Father. I give you my questions, the ones I whispered into the pillow, the ones I shouted in secret, the ones I buried beneath good behavior. Why did they leave? Why did it take so long? Why did I survive when others didn't? Why do I still feel like I'm not healed? I bring those questions not for answers, but for exchange. I give you my confusion, and I take your peace. My child, this prayer is not a performance. It is a transaction of truth. The kingdom moves when honesty rises. Now say, I give you my fear of being chosen, the part of me that sabotages favor, the part of me that prepares for disappointment even when blessing comes, the part that calls it humility when it's actually fear. I give you my self-protection, the walls I built that became prisons. I give you the roles I played to be accepted. I give you the masks I wore to feel safe. Let them fall now. Let every false identity be released. You are not what hurt made you become. You are what heaven formed before time began. Keep going. Lord, I also release what was spoken over me by others. The curses, the sarcasm that planted seeds, the labels placed on me by family, teachers, leaders, lovers. I sever every word not rooted in love. I cancel the residue of ridicule. I forgive those who said it. And I ask you to remove every effect it had on how I see myself. I step out from under those shadows and into the light of your truth. My child, the shift is happening now. Now let your prayer deepen. I give you the grief I never processed, the loss that still lingers, the ache of what never happened, the betrayal I kept pretending didn't hurt, the dreams that still whisper at night. I choose now to stop carrying what you died to heal. I place them at your feet, not to revisit them weekly, but to release them permanently. And I say this pain ends with me. Yes, my child. Say it again. This pain ends with me. This silence ends with me. This shame ends with me. This curse ends with me. This pretending ends with me. This isolation ends with me. Now breathe. Receive what I give you in exchange. Now say, I receive the healing I was afraid to believe in. I receive the gentleness of your spirit. I receive the comfort of your nearness. I receive the permission to be whole, not one day, but now. I am not too broken. I am not too late. I am not too far. I am not too much. I am not unworthy. I am yours. I am chosen. I am seen. I am healed. My child, I smile over this prayer. You have honored me not by hiding your pain, but by handing it over. I have taken it. I will not hand it back. It is gone. The wound is closed. The history is covered. The name is redeemed. And the new you has emerged. Let this be the beginning of the rebuilding. Let this be the moment of holy release. Let this be your sacred reset. You have given me your ashes. Now I place in your hands a crown of beauty. Wear it not with pride, but with thankfulness. Wear it not to prove anything, but to live fully. Because you, my child, have let go. And now we begin again. Now that you've surrendered your pain, now that the chains of shame and memory have been broken, I invite you to rise not just in heart, but in declaration. It is time to speak what heaven sees. It is time to call forth what I have placed within you. This prayer is not for comfort. This is a confession of covenant, a proclamation of identity, a commissioning into purpose. Say it aloud. Let your own ears hear what your spirit already knows. Lord, I no longer stand as the broken. I stand as the beloved. I no longer speak from the valley of fear. I speak from the mountain of faith. I declare I am who you say I am. Not what my past says, not what my feelings say, not what others believed. I am what your voice has spoken. Say it again louder this time. I am chosen. I am set apart. I am washed. I am commissioned. I am clean. I am new. I am whole. I am yours. Let it settle. Now continue. I declare this mouth will not be silent. I will bless when I feel like breaking. I will speak when I feel like shrinking. I will prophesy even when I still have questions. Because my power is not in my perfection, it is in your presence within me. Yes, my child, keep going. I declare that my steps are ordered, even when I don't see the full picture, even when the map seems blank, even when others doubt the road I take. You are guiding me. Your spirit is leading me, and I will not fear the unknown because you go before me. Now make it personal to the calling. I declare that I was born for this hour, that I am not an accident of timing, that my voice is needed, that my story carries healing, that my scars are not shame. They are sermons of survival. I am not here to survive anymore. I am here to build, release, heal, and carry. Let's go deeper. I declare that I will not bow to comparison. I will not chase applause. I will not water down my fire to be palatable. I will walk in truth even if it costs me followers. I will stand in love even if it's misunderstood. I will honor the calling even when I feel afraid. Say this boldly, I am not alone. Heaven is backing me. The cloud of witnesses surrounds me. The Holy Spirit fills me. Angels war for me. My Father delights in me. Jesus walks beside me, and nothing formed against me will stand. Now pause, child. Feel the shift in the air. This is not motivation. This is spiritual transfer. This is divine inheritance being activated by your voice. Continue. I declare my house will be a house of peace. My family will walk in truth. My table will host the presence of God. My children will know freedom. My bloodline is restored. The curse is broken, and blessing flows forward generation to generation. Now say, I take my place. I stop hiding. I stop doubting. I stop delaying. I take the scroll you've given me. I take the mantle you laid on my shoulders. I take the fire you poured into my bones. Yes, my child, let it ignite. I step into my assignment, not with fear, but with fire, not with pride, but with power, not to elevate myself, but to glorify your name. This gift is not mine to hoard. This voice is not mine to silence. This anointing is not mine to waste. Now declare, I will go where you send me, speak what you tell me, pray what you breathe into me, touch who you lead me to. and love without limit. This is your vow, a confession that unlocks realms, a declaration that silences doubt. Keep going. I will walk through open doors with courage. I will say yes to assignments that stretch me. I will lay down what you ask, even when it costs me comfort, even when it costs me relationships, even when it costs me convenience, because you are worth it all. Now seal it with surrender. I give you my voice. I give you my schedule. I give you my gifts. I give you my mind. I give you my reputation. I give you my ambition. I give you my future. I am yours completely, joyfully, irrevocably. My child. Heaven records this confession. Let me respond now because you've declared this. I will give you new authority because you've chosen me in secret. I will reveal you in my timing because you've laid down your need to be known. I will cause your name to carry weight in the spirit because you've honored me with your mouth. I will fill your mouth with words that shake rooms, heal hearts, and shift nations. You are not making promises alone. You are stepping into a promise I made before time. I called you. I anointed you. I prepared you. I purified you. And now I release you. This is not the end of your prayer. It is the birthing cry of your mission. So rise now, with tears in your eyes, with trembling in your hands, with fire in your bones. Say this one last time: I believe you. I trust you. I obey you. I will not turn back. I will not shrink. I will not delay. I am yours, and I am ready. Now that your voice has declared what your spirit believes and your heart has stepped into alignment with my will, come sit with me one last time in this sacred moment. Let your soul exhale. Let your heart be still. Let this final prayer not be a cry of desperation, but a request for divine direction. My child, you are about to walk paths that you've never seen before, not because they are strange, but because they are new. And new things require new rhythms, new oil, new wisdom, new dependence. So speak this with me, not with pressure, but with posture. Lord, I will need you every step, not just for the assignment, but for the journey, not just for the victories, but for the valleys between them. I need you in the decisions I don't yet know I'll have to make, in the sudden invitations, in the hidden traps, in the moments I feel overwhelmed. Be my shepherd, be my counselor, be my compass. Yes, child, ask it honestly. Lead me when the way is unclear. Whisper when the noise gets loud. Slow me down when I run too fast. Nudge me forward when I hesitate in fear. Guard me from false alignment. Block me from the wrong rooms even if they're impressive. Redirect me when I try to control outcomes, and teach me to be still before I make a move. Now ask for discernment. God, sharpen my ears. Let me hear what's beneath the words people say. Let me sense motives. Let me pick up what's spiritual, not just what's spoken. Show me where you are and where you are not. Even if others call it good, even if it looks holy, if you are not in it, close the door. My child, I receive this prayer. Continue. Teach me to wait, not passively, but actively listening. Teach me to rest, not in distraction, but in your presence. Teach me to trust, not just in theory, but in my instincts rooted in you. Give me eyes to see ahead, not for control, but for wisdom. Give me peace that silences panic. Give me joy that carries me through silence. Give me maturity to obey even when it's uncomfortable. Now ask for daily strength. Lord, remind me that I don't have to do it all in one day, that you are the Lord of the process, not just the promise, that obedience in small steps is just as holy as miracles, that you are as pleased with my secret faithfulness as you are with my public breakthroughs. My child, I delight in this prayer. Now speak this part, not as a wish, but as a declaration. Even if I feel unsure, I will still follow. Even if others mock, I will still obey. Even if delay comes again, I will not go back. Even if the next door is hidden, I will wait until you show me where it is. I will not chase platforms. I will chase your presence. I will not run after reputation. I will run after revelation. I will not bow to urgency. I will bow to your timing. Say this now with open hands. Lord, if you say go, I will go. If you say stay, I will stay. If you say no, I will trust. If you say later, I will wait. My child, this is the surrender I long for. Now invite me in fully, Holy Spirit, govern my emotions, govern my calendar, govern my thoughts, govern my relationships, govern my cravings, govern my silence, govern the way I talk to myself when no one else is around. And now, make room for me in your day-to-day. I welcome you into the mornings, into the emails, into the driving, into the errands, into the meals, into the calls, into the quiet moments no one sees. This is where my glory loves to dwell, in the ordinary made sacred. Let us finish with joy. I may not know where this road leads, but I know who walks with me. I don't need to have all the answers. I just need to stay near the one who is the answer. So today, I choose peace over panic. I choose worship over worry. I choose truth over triggers. I choose direction over distraction. And I choose you, again and again and again. My beloved child, I have heard every word. I will not just walk with you, I will go before you. I will illuminate the steps one by one. You will not be left guessing. You will not wander aimlessly. For I am the Lord your God, the one who called you, the one who healed you, the one who restored you, and the one who now leads you forward. You are not starting over. You are starting full of truth, full of grace, full of purpose, full of my spirit. So rise now, take your first step in peace, and trust that every step after this, I will already be there. Amen.